Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be explaining how to raise your team strength in TSB 21. And first, you might be wondering, why should I raise my team strength in TSB 21? And I do have a very simple but complicated explanation for that. Before I do that, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more informational videos like these. But yeah, so basically, the reason why you want to raise your team strength is actually because TSB is mainly based off of probability, and that's not only just including the mystery boxes obviously, but in general it's just based off of random chance. And basically what team strength does is the higher it is, it increases your chance of success. So to explain that in better terms, pretend that my team, which is almost 109,000 team strength, faces your 50,000 team strength team. The odds of me beating you are pretty high. However, it doesn't guarantee that I'll beat you. It just means the odds of me beating you are pretty high. Versus if you played me and your team strength was like 105,000, it would be pretty similar. I would have a slight advantage, but it would be pretty similar. So basically, team strength just increases your chance of winning compared to something else. And same goes for players overall later, but I don't want to get too deep into it. But yeah, that's basically how team strength works. So you obviously want to increase it as much as you can, so you win more games, put up more points, stuff like that. So the first way you're going to want to do this, and this is the most obvious way, and I promise this isn't the entire video, is to obviously have good players. Now, all of my players are prime 400, I have 1410, 360 overall, or they are 340 overall. So my players are good. They're not the best, obviously. It's not like I have a whole prime lineup, but my players are pretty good. However, I will say that even if I just had good players alone, my team strength would actually be a lot lower. So I'll actually be explaining to you guys the other methods to increase your team strength that you should be focusing on. Anyway, so the next thing you should definitely focus on is these upgrades. So go to team and upgrades. These actually improve your team strength quite a bit. And the ones you should be focusing on are these hitting coach, base coach, and trainer. And then other hitting ones like, better play after a win, more hitting hot streaks. But basically just make sure you guys do all the hitting upgrades before you do any of the defensive upgrades. I will say the one defensive upgrade you should focus on is the pitching coach, which is just more outs, because, I mean, who can argue with more outs? But yeah, make sure you guys just worry about these, because these will raise your team strength. And also, you don't have to be in a really high tier. Like, again, I have many videos that say don't rush your tiers. But yeah, I'm only in silver, and my team strength is still over 100,000. So you don't have to be in a really high tier in order to have a high team strength. But anyway, the next thing you should be focusing on is Penance. I think I finally figured out what these actually do. All Penance really do is they just raise your team strength. And again, raising your team strength increases your chance of success. That's why you want to focus on Penance. So just make sure you play all your season modes. I actually haven't even been that good about playing all my season modes, but I still have gotten quite a few pennant upgrades done. And a good tip for how to level these, this is at least how I do it. First, I want to focus on the ones with my keepers, because they'll be basically starting my lineup all year. So that's why you can see the Reds tier is 35 out of 40 versus the rest are like 25 out of 40. And I'll also do the same with the Rangers, because I have Nolan Ryan as my keeper, and I'll do it for the Yankees because I have Mickey Mantle as my keeper. And then once you've done that, I just go by every 5 for these. And you just want to level all the teams, even if you don't have someone playing for them. I like to level all the teams because, you open one box and you get a really good player from, like the Tigers. Like, say, the Tigers obviously aren't the best, but, they have a really good player and then you're on your team. If the Penance aren't good, then your team strength will go down, actually. So that's why you want to level all the teams. And finally, let's just get into the last way to raise your team strength, and I think this is actually probably the best way, and that would be to level your players' skills. Instead of going up to gold, I choose to level my players' skills, and I think it works better, sorta, because it just makes your players overall better. And I'll actually show you what it's like, how much the team strength increases. So I'm gonna actually spend like 144,000 XP right now. It's level 2 of Nolan Ryan's skills, and if you just watch my team strength, there's one. As you can see, it went up like 400. This will have a better idea of how much it goes up. Let's see. That one, it went up like 100. But those are actually pretty big for team strength. And those are only 2 levels. Like, if we go back to Nolan Ryan, as you can see, he had, if I can find him, he had like 12 other levels done to him. So if you do the math, that's a lot of team strength. So make sure you guys prioritize skills. However, do be good about this though, because I will say, don't level like all the skills up on all your players. Like, I like to have certain thresholds. Like, for instance, like the 360s I keep at this level, and then like my primes I want to keep at this level, sort of thing. I think this is the way how to do it, because it just makes it more efficient. So when you pull more players, you'll have enough XP. And again, this is why I stay down in silver, so I have plenty of XP. I actually have a pretty decent amount of prime XP. But yeah, so that's basically every way I increase my team strength. That's how my team strength is 109,000 now. If you guys do any different methods, make sure you put them in the comments down below. Again, I will say, don't rush your tiers, because when you're in a lower tier, you have more XP. You can get more of those skills done, which increase your team strength by a lot. And also, when you're in higher tiers, you just have to spend more gold on leveling your players, which I just don't agree with. Like, I remember in TSB like 19, I didn't know what I was doing. I went straight to gold tier, and then, you know, I'd find myself literally spending gold on these improved boxes, which is just a waste of gold in my opinion. So make sure you guys just stay put wherever you are, and then obviously don't level up to the next tier until all these upgrades are done and you have a decent amount of resources. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and have a great day.